Hello everyone, hope you're doing so well, having an amazing week, and welcome to this little video all about the oil paintings I'm working on at the moment. Also, some of these paintings are actually already in my Etsy store. Yes, I am super organised, unlike usual. Thank you so much for incredible comments on my last video. I do actually have quite a few paintings to show, a once in a lifetime thing, you know, when I'm actually making a video and the paintings are already in my store, so things do happen. So I'm going to start with the smaller paintings first. So these are all mostly 5x7s and 1 or 2 6x6. So the first painting I'm going to show is this cat with a pink bow, and I'm actually dying at the moment because it's so hot and I just realised that I'm wearing this jumper. But the really weird thing about the weather, just like a mini rant, is that the really weird thing about the weather at the moment is it's like freezing cold for a few minutes. Like you get like a really sharp cold wind, but then when you start like moving around or walking, it suddenly becomes really like boiling hot and humid. And actually it was cold when I put this on, and then when I started to film, and now all of a sudden it's so hot I think I'm gonna die. And this is in my Etsy store, and it was basically, I really wanted to create a cat that had like the most amazing pink bow that it had found, and it was just kind of found it sort of by an abandoned house. And this house is really old and sort of romantic looking, and it decides to wear this bow and sort of run around by itself. And I just love the idea of sort of finding objects that are really kind of incredible, because sometimes one does find things. It got me thinking, like, have I ever found anything amazing? And I actually haven't. Like, I think the only time I found something, this is a story I've repeated so many times, it was so amazing to me, was I once found a travel card, like a one-day travel card, and I was like, this is a miracle. And it really was a miracle. But that was when there used to be travel cards, and now of course with contactless my opportunity is lost. Next painting is this adventure cat, and this was a real big challenge because this isn't in my Etsy store yet, by the way. It will be probably tomorrow actually, because it's nearly dried. And this cat was in a cave, and I wanted to create this like beautiful section of water here, this like secret mystical pool with waterfalls. And whilst I really had no difficulty whatsoever in creating the water part of it, which was really fun actually, I found painting the cave inside to be a challenge. And I've always found painting like rocks and caves to be a bit of a challenge in terms of trying not to make them look all the same and trying to create a significant amount of contrast. But I really hope I managed it. I mean, I did work really hard on this, constantly trying to mix more shades, so it wasn't just like yellow ochre and brown. I wanted to add more colours, so hopefully it's come across. I don't know if you can see it properly, it's quite hard to see, but yes. Next up we have this cat hidden in the leaves, and it suddenly pops up, and it's a really fancy, as you can see, incredibly well-dressed cat. And I really wanted to create like these beautiful green-eyed cat, and you know, I very often reference my cat that I had. And what I found really funny about the colour scheme as well was that as I was painting it, I noticed that the green was so intense that I had mixed, that I thought it would be really nice to make that, use that colour as well in the eyes. So I wanted to create that sort of colour harmony. And yeah, I really do hope that I achieved that. I don't really know if I did, but it's also fully varnished in my Etsy store, so I do hope you like it. Next we have this magical bunny rabbit, varnished in my store, as you can see. Actually, I should really do more close-ups because you can just see my face and not the actual painting. Yes, this bunny is like lit up in the deepest, darkest forest. Next, I really wanted to paint this girl that was like by an ancient sort of river. And the whole concept behind this was that she was reading this book, and she was like waiting for her lover who's like gone to battle. And while she was doing so, she would dip her hand in this ancient river, and like it would whisper secrets and things. And I don't know if you can see it properly, actually I'm going to get my face out of it. But I really enjoyed the colour scheme and just playing with lots of different pinks and purples as well in the background, because sometimes when you paint forests, it can all be like, if it's all just green, it tends to look a little bit dull, a little bit boring. So I wanted to create much more atmosphere and use different colours basically. So yeah, I do recommend actually, if you're an artist and you're always painting forests and you get bored of the colour green, to totally switch out the colours and actually not use green at all. Next we have this frog that went fishing. So this frog literally just went fishing, and I painted a similar concept actually a long time ago. I used to paint Rembrandt, and it's a really nice paint, it's very fluid. However, that paint never dried. Like, I've used it on other paintings before and I'd used a fast drying medium, but in this case I think I just used linseed oil, which usually is not a problem for me, but with the Rembrandt paint for some reason it just never dried. And so I had this much bigger painting of this frog that was fishing, and I never finished it because it kind of like almost dried sticky. I don't know. It's like one of the very rare occasions where that's happened to me, but it just threw me off the whole painting and I just never returned to it. So this is actually quite a different composition, but it is the same theme of a frog going fishing. I just love that idea, and of course frogs don't even eat fish or anything. Not that anyone, not that my paintings ever make sense anyway. Okay, so finally we have the final painting, which is this rabbit playing croquet. And I have painted a cat playing croquet before. That painting sold a while back, and I then haven't painted any animals playing croquet, but I was painting this bunny rabbit, and as the painting was developing, I felt like it needed something. It needed the rabbit to be doing something. So I went through various different concepts. I thought of maybe the rabbit carrying an umbrella, or maybe a basket of oranges, and that type of thing. And I've actually done those things before, and so I thought, this rabbit is so fancy. I think croquet it's definitely suited to this rabbit's attire. And I loved the idea as well of this rabbit basically playing croquet really late at night, like really late when everyone's gone to sleep, in the middle of the forest with his rabbit friends, and they keep like this really important scoreboard, chalk scoreboard, and are properly competitive about it, because some people do get super competitive about croquet. It's something I don't really understand personally. Maybe because I'm completely rubbish at it that I don't get competitive, because I can't. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I don't have a desk at the moment, hence the slightly unusual format, and also you can see some of my mediums and things below me, which is a complete mess, so I don't decide that it's too late now anyway. But yeah, I have this ancient scales that I use for like weighing parcels, but actually it's so bad now, I use a different scales, which is slightly less ancient but still pretty ancient. Do let me know which painting you liked best, because I'd love to hear that. And also, in terms of like views, I seem to be getting like 0 views on most of my videos now. There is partly a reason for this. One of the reasons is it's been like that for some time, just because if I don't do review videos, then my videos kind of drift off into obscurity, which isn't too bad, except it is bad, but I can't do anything about it. But I got even less views recently because I changed my channel name, so it's no longer Fantasy Art Gem, it's actually just my name and then art. And the reason being, I actually find that my art isn't just fantasy art, because I do paint other things as well. Like, I do quite a lot of landscape as well, so I didn't want it to be just called fantasy art. And I also think that 3 words is not a good idea, because people prefer like a shorter name. But then I just changed it to my full name and art, which is also 3 words, so this is just proof that I can't count. If you can, please do share my video, or like it, or watch it at least, and I can make more videos and hopefully get more subscribers and all that. And I do seem to get more views on my shorts, which to me doesn't make any sense, because I don't really work hard at all to do my shorts. Like, I literally just take them in like 2 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever, and for some reason those videos seem to do much better, which makes me really confused, and also makes me realise that hard work doesn't pay off on YouTube, which is really strange. So as I say, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys.